Now that we moved into this new office, we're starting to get things put up and starting to outfit the space to be more comfortable for recording videos and for making content. One of the problems with this room is that it looks very beautiful, big vaulted ceilings, but there's a lot of bounce. And that bounce has been cut down significantly due to these sound panels that you're seeing in the frame right now. We've had these sound panels at the old studio, but not nearly as much space, so we couldn't place them as strategically. So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about soundproofing a space, what types of materials you can use, the drawbacks of each, and then I'm gonna ask Cupp a few questions about soundproofing in general and how he might soundproof a space like this if he had an unlimited budget, which we don't have. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Cupp! What are you doing today?
We're doing some room acoustic installment.
And what's the plan?
The plan is to hopefully turn this space in the Indepreneur HQ into a better, more viable recording space.
Okay.
Because the videos, they sound lively.
We're live right now.
Everything's really reverberant.
So what are you doing? What are you putting up?
We're gonna put up 12 1-foot by 4-foot prime acoustic 1-inch thick panels. We're probably gonna try to put at least 10 panels up, or maybe 8. From my calculations, the room this size, we probably need about 24 to actually get the sort of decay time reduction that we're looking for, but we could probably get away with it with about 8 and a couch. It's like a really thick padded foam couch will probably help a lot in this area.
So maybe a couch from here where Kenny is.
There's a whole lot of far field back there where things really get lively.
And then back here,
well, that room's gonna be great if we can really pack it out.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. This room can be a little more lively because it's mostly like video stuff.
Yeah. I'm excited, dude.
Yeah. Baby. All I really needed in this room was just like a general spread of coverage. I'm not targeting any early reflections. I'm not making this into like a recording booth or a live room or anything. This is more just like control of the sound energy in this area where you do a lot of recording at. But yeah, it seems to have done a pretty good job so far. We've got one more to put, and then maybe a couch in here. I think it'll make a big difference. So in this room back here, I think we're gonna do something more like a recording booth, isolation booth style. Just a lot of absorption. You know, not too dead, but any early reflections are going to be absorbed, and we'll probably do some bass trapping as well, because I'm pretty sure that's just like a square box that's going to resonate everything. So the amount of absorption is going to have to be a lot more, or maybe just thicker, or maybe we'll do like we'll gap it from the wall, just put like a 1-inch gap, which it kind of almost effectively doubles its efficiency, because the sound wave will pass through the panel, hit the wall behind it, and then bounce back. And the difference between these panels and like some foam egg crates is that the foam, I guess it's like just a foam rubber that a lot of companies use, like Orlex, and you can just buy like foam wedges on Amazon. The absorption coefficient, which is the material's ability to transfer like physical motion into friction, so it'll turn into heat and essentially canceling it out. These kind of panels do a way better job of absorbing and just deadening whatever travels into them. These particular ones, they're only 1 inch thick, So they're not doing a great job, but they're cost effective and they're easy to put up and they look pretty good and they do the job. So if we wanted to go more OD, we'd probably do like 2-inch width. We'd probably gap it from the wall. We'd probably do some bass trapping like along the top of the walls, and we'd probably do some diffusion, some really nice quadratic ratio diffusers, which is really what you want in a diffuser because it'll actually diffuse and not just scatter. Probably some of those too, just to stop the sound from coming back all at once. It'll actually soften it up.
Is there anything else you would do to this room if you had like whatever resources?
For a big room like this,
what's your dream scenario with a room this?
I'd probably put customizable panels where you can have a reflective side or an absorption side depending on how you open the flaps. And I probably would do some cloud absorption, some cloud panels right above us, and I would do diffusion on the back walls. I'd use the room for just general live tracking. Any instrument, I'd do vocals in here too. You can put up little like gobos that you make shift on your own and make your own ISO sound, but keep it in the room, and so that way the room behaves, and then you can isolate it and get really close and get that nice like warm, close broadcast in your ears kind of sound. I think a room like this has a lot of natural advantages. The high vaulted ceiling, which adds a new angle for sound waves to bounce off of instead of it being like a box. Also the fact that it's long. I don't know how long it is. I think it's about 30 feet long, maybe. Hardwood floors and nice natural sounding hardwood. Everything's wood. It sounds good in here.
Thank you so much, sir.
No problem.
Ideally, we can record songs in here, because if I just never have to leave, I can make videos and songs and market those videos and songs from here. That's the dream, and my friends can do that as well, and that's really all I've ever wanted since I got out of college. I just wanted a house where I could do everything in the chain of recording and putting out content and music, and we're almost there, guys. We never really did a full studio tour of the last space, just because we never really finished it in any meaningful way, but this space is really coming together nicely, so I think we're going to do a studio tour video soon. With that said, it's time for the final portion of this video. I don't have time to get to all the comments that you guys leave, but I do have time to just, at the end of each video, go through recent comments and answer them candidly here in the videos. So I got a lot of flack for my last video, which said that if you're a creative, just like don't use a laptop because you're handicapping yourself. A lot of great valid arguments were made, but Shay said, it's a high price item, but anyone seen the new Asus ZenBook with the dual screen? Yes, I have. One of my favorite reviewers, I think his name is Dave Lee. Let me check that out. Yeah, Dave Lee. This guy. Anyways, he reviewed that laptop and he said it was pretty good, but he also said the GS65 Stealth was pretty good. And for someone who multitasks so much between so many different demanding programs, I probably won't end up liking it. But that has a lot more to do with peripherals and a lot more to do with just like comfort, like having these big screens in front of me, being able to move around a lot, plug things in, unplug things, have programs just running for days. I need all that because of the way my brain works, so it's not for everybody. Some people will be fine with a laptop. Cyber said MacBooks. Yeah, I know about MacBooks, dude. I had a MacBook. It got stolen from me in college, but I liked working on it. But then again, like, I just don't like the Mac ecosystem. I think yes, you get privacy, but I'm really a big fan of like open source. I think like without open source mentality, like none of what we enjoy would be here. So that's just kind of my 2 cents on it. I don't know if I'm over or underexposed here. Let me crank this up a little bit. Omar Purvea says, a much needed video, and here I was about to ask if there's a laptop dedicated to audio production with a built-in audio card. Maybe not. Yeah, there probably is actually. And a lot of producers only need to use like one DAW with some plugins that they like to use, and a laptop is fine for just producers. If you're just producing or you're just making music, like laptop's fine. And then you can throw on that like all manner of like graphic design and document processing like Word or whatever, or even like InDesign. So you can throw like text and graphics and sound at a laptop and it should hold up pretty fine. Once you start adding video, specifically high codec video, like I'm not talking about like simple codecs that come out of a webcam, I'm talking about like 4K, heavy duty codecs. You need all that processing power plus whatever you need on top of that to run stuff in tandem with your video editing. So like right now I could hop out of this edit I'm doing, hop into After Effects with the edit still open, start rendering the edit, and then use After Effects and use Premiere Pro like back and forth while I'm rendering, and like a laptop's just probably not gonna do that. Sorry. But yeah, for audio production, I assume it would be fine. Anyways, thank you guys so much for commenting. I will definitely, if you leave any comments in this video, I'll answer them in the next video, and I'll try to answer them via typing as well. If you like this video, please like the video and make sure to subscribe. And if you do, I'll see you in that next video.
What the Venga Boys are.
Yeah. Do you have other bits?
I want a double boom! No!
Ram, 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 ram.